Hello everyone, I'm your host, Wave Angel. Welcome back to a new episode of my Malkavian Let's Play for Vampire Masquerade Bloodlines. First of all, before I carry on, just one or two things. One, I want to apologise in advance. One of my neighbours is doing some work in the garden, as it's such a nice day here in Britain. So, if you hear any noises in the background, I apologise. I think it seems to have been quieting down a little bit, but fingers crossed, as he will continue to do so. The other thing I quickly want to mention is, as you may have saw in the last episode, I have asked, for some general tips and advice on how you feel my channel's doing, and if there's any way you feel I can improve on it. It seems to be I had one person on my Star Trek Armada campaign, Corey, thing, in case you're watching this still, thing, who said, don't change, he's happy about how it is, so don't change it. To make it clear, when I'm asking for any things about how to improve my channel, I don't want to do anything I don't want to do. So I'm not going to, otherwise if I'm not going to enjoy it, then there's no point in me doing this channel. But if there's anything you feel that I can improve on, and it's something I feel happy to do, then of course I will try and do it. For example, with the Total War series campaigns I do know I have a habit of auto-resolving, which I need to start having more battles, because no doubt that's more exciting for you guys, my audience, than just watching the campaign map. So I know I need to do that in the future. But if there's anything you feel I can improve on, or you just want to say, you're doing a good job, Warrior Angel, we'll keep up with it. Now let me know in the comments or on the discussion page, because it would be greatly appreciated. And that's really about it, really. I wanted to say about returns of things. So let's get on with the episode, I guess. Right. As you would have saw in the last episode, I should say I dealt with Fat Larry's quest by sneaking into the multi-story car park and captured the briefcase for him. Or suitcase, I should say. I'm so used to trying to have to speak American for this sort of games. Well, no, it's a criticism. No, not a criticism, but I'm used to saying things British, so when I'm used to the game saying briefcase, I will say that, even if I mean in Britain we call them suitcases. Anyway. Sorry, suitcase, briefcase. I suppose we consider them both ways, actually. Oh, I'm digressing anyway. So, after doing that now, I am going off to the Elizabeth Dane, which you can see in the distance there. There's a bit of lights right in front of that sign-in bit. So, find out about what's going on with the Carrion sarcophagus. In case you haven't had a chance yet to check out any of the other Let's Plays, I'll just show you the map quickly. The quest, I mean. So here we go. The prince wants you to investigate the Elizabeth Dane. You need to go to the beach in Santa Monica, where we are, where a boat will be waiting to take you out to the ship. You are to examine the occurrence sarcophagus, find out what the police have discovered, and take the cargo manifest for the ship. And above all, try not to go on a killing spree, which you don't particularly want to do, as there'll be a masquerade breach. So this is the boat in question, provided by us by the Curio here, who you may remember from the second episode. He was the guy lying stuck in a chair because he got beaten up. Right. So, we're going to head up here now. Alright, one thing I want to try and do is I want to improve computers. Because that's the one thing I'm lacking with the things like this, with lockpicking for example. I can increase that through using blood buff, whereas I can't do that with Allspit.
Yo, Pally, over here.
Alright.
Oh, for Christ's sakes.
Okay, we'll go
Tell
join.
Jacobson if he plans on making editor-in-chief, he's got to start working with me. I can't keep getting him these scoops if he's going to send high school journalists who don't know enough to wear something that would blend in.
If it helps at all, my guy. I am currently dressed as something along the lines of a blood. Oh Christ! I know my words all muddled up today. I kind of look like a bug exterminator, so doesn't help really with trying to blend in. But this is a really prime example of the mod that I use for the replacing the eyes. I mean, not to try and sound a bit gay or anything like that. No offense, but he's got beautiful eyes. Sorry, it's just thing. I mean, this is one of the reasons I love the mod. If you haven't seen me mention it before, I think I might have done a couple of times. But if you go to the video description of my videos, you'll find a list of the 2 mods I use. One of them is to replace the eyes of the characters with something that looks more realistic. I mean, look at those beauties compared to That's the typical onesie thing. It's got to the point where I much prefer to have this mod on than without it. So if you're interested as well, as I said, check out the video description and you'll find a link to it, and all the instructions on how to use it then is included in the RAR file that you download, or the WAR file that you download. Anyway, back to this. So obviously he's a bit of a corrupt cop. He's obviously been, sort of tossing him tidbits towards this Jacobson who works for the local newspaper, I'm guessing. So here we go. Does not my madness mingle with this ghastly ghost ship? My ears can offer extra stage left, or we're going to go for the sneaky option. It's just typical, so seeing me a vision of Jacobson's corrupt crony.
Take it easy, Flash. This is still a badge you're talking to.
Fine, I'll be civil, for the sake of the story.
Alright, look. I got you a copy of the initial report.
Thank you.
I can get you into the cabin, but you gotta make yourself real scarce after that. Anybody catches you, I don't know you. Ain't no goddamn flash photography brainchild.
Where does my path lead?
Hold up a sec. Hines to Marsh. Hines to Marsh. Marsh, they need you up in the bridge. Over. There. The security room will be clear.
Clarity is not my goblet of Earl Grey.
Head down the stairs behind you and stay low.
Earl Grey.
Down there, wait for me to call off the guy guarding gangway A. As soon as he leaves, get your ass moving, and don't let him see you. I'll give you a couple of minutes, but don't dilly-dally. In and out, okay?
Dilly and Dally are strange bedfellows.
Don't forget to stay out of sight. If anyone sees you, you're on your own. Take the stairs up to the security room. There'll be a computer in there. The password is Lighthouse. Lighthouse. All one word. You getting all this?
I shall sail towards this beautiful beacon.
Now get a move on. And don't forget to tell Jacobson I get double my usual fee for this one.
I think I remember. Right, so Gateway A is down there, and you can see the guy is standing there on patrolling the section. So I'm going to try and sneak past him, because I believe it was the quickest. He's a quicker way than going that way.
Come check this out.
Oh, blood on this. Wow.
Yeah?
Come on, are you going to go? Or do I try and sneak past you? There we go. Dum dum. Dum 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 dum. Yeah, so you can by all means include the Mission Impossible theme tune if you want. You know, da-da-do, do-do-do. Right, so we've now got a copy of the police report. So that's all done and dusted. Okay, got guards, security there. Well, policemen I should say. Don't want to go down there yet. Let's pop up here. Alright, this must be the computer in question. What was it? I was supposed to get something else, wasn't it? Hang on. Cargo manifest. Was it here or? I think it's downstairs, but this is the computer we need to use anyway. So let's have a look. Reports. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Weather. It's apparently pretty calm. Status. The engines are off, the deck cameras are off, and the locks are locked. Okay, so let's try control. So this must mean the lighthouse. Would help if I spell lighthouse right, wouldn't it? There you go. So I can start the engines, which I don't want to do. Sound horn, I don't want to do. Deck cameras on, I don't want to do. And unlock the doors. I'm going to be nosy and check out the log. Make an attempt to skill. Alright. Oh, I need 6. Right. Hang on, I've got this I can do. If I hit that, it increases wit, which is one of the traits used in hacking. So there we go, it can now increase it to 6. Antonia Bay. Okay, this is for anyone who's been nosy about what's happened to the Acadian sarcophagus on his travels. Okay. Waters calm as we head out of Istanbul. Professor Johansson seems very worried about the safety of the sarcophagus and various other artifacts from his dig, but assured him that all was well. Okay. 10. Well, for Waters last evening, operation is normal, but the crew seems restless. One of the Turks have been telling them ghost stories. I had Lieutenant Stygian take him aside and speak. What a name, Stygian. If anyone doesn't know, now correct me if I'm wrong, because I could have got the name wrong, but the Stygian is, if you take away the N, I believe is how you pronounce or spelled the river Styx, which is one of the rivers of the dead in the Greek underworld. And what is where Achilles comes from, because for anyone who doesn't know Achilles, he's the main Brad Pitt's character in Troy. He was supposed to be a well-known Greek hero and warrior, well known for the fact that he was supposed to be invulnerable to mortal weapons. And what was supposed to have happened is that his mother was supposed to have bathed him in the river Styx, where the waters would make his flesh invulnerable to harm. But the problem was that to completely immerse someone's body in this river would kill them, completely kill them. So what she did is that to try and make it so he didn't die, yet he would still remain invulnerable, she bathed him in the water and held his sort of where you hit your Achilles tendon is, or at the back of your foot, your heel thing. Your heel. I mean, he held him by his heel as a baby, and so he had that one patch of skin which was vulnerable to damage, to being harmed, and that's what happened. And he eventually got killed by, if I remember, an arrow shot or being hurt basically in that one spot. And that's where we get the Achilles heel from. This phrase, anyway. So. Yeah, just a random thing. I just find it a bit funny that they got someone named after one of the Greek rivers of the dead talking to someone about ghosts. So, anyway, that's me being a bit vain, so sorry about that. Nothing to report, situation normal the next day. 2 days after that was... Two of the crew have gone missing and I fear they've fallen overboard sometime during the night. No trace of either. Lieutenant Stygian has tried to contact their families, but something seems to have gone wrong on the radio. So we've got trouble already causing here. We may have a saboteur on board. The crate holder and sarcophagus seems to have been opened. That's not good. See, 1904. We have found blood on the upper and lower decks, and it seems at least 3 more of the crew are missing. The crew men are hysterical. I found the Turk in his cabin, curled up into a ball, muttering something incisible to himself. Lieutenant Stygian is one of the missing crew, as well as the radio technician. One of the men had a shortwave radio, but all calls of help have gone unanswered. So something seems to have come out of that sarcophagus. I leave this to whoever may find it. The ship is cursed. May sink to the questioned depths of Davy Jones' locker before... So obviously something bad happened. And yeah, it's just meant that the crew, most of the people have probably died on the ship. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to have to be careful here, because I'm going to have to look at the sarcophagus, which, handily for me, I've got this obfuscate ability, so it allows me to sneak past the guards. Now, if I remember right, it's at the far end, so it's just a case of trying to work my way through, and try and keep the obfuscate up as much as possible. Just because, well, police. I could... trying to be sneaky about it because I don't want to cause a bloodbath. I don't want to have to go around killing all the police and have to deal with them. Oh, hang on, what's this? Oh, I think I picked up something, but I don't know what. Alright. I can't really feed on the police because I will... they won't sort of hit that dazed thing that happens when, when you feed on them. So yeah, it just means I'm going to have to... hope the blood doesn't go down too low. Okay. There's no point really trying to sneak through there. So let's just head back now. You can do this through conventional means, like there are ways to climb through the gaps or climb over the tops of the crates and all that, so you can avoid being spotted. Okay, but yeah, I've got the ability to just walk past them and... oh, crap! Okay, that didn't work. Whoopsie. By the way, while I'm doing this, if anyone that doesn't know exactly how obfuscate works, because after all, vampires can't literally go invisible in real life. What it does is it sort of plays mind tricks on individuals. It makes it so they can't, they just don't recognize you. They sort of
some kind of symbol. Are you guys in touch with the MVMC or who?
Sorry, I'm gonna be nosy. Let's see what they say.
Well, look, Gavin, this is something we need to get squared away before anyone puts any stakes down. I mean, look, this will save all of us some work later if we get this shit squared away now, okay? Agreed? We go through this every goddamn time. Alright, fine then. Find out and we'll save us all some trouble.
Bill, what do you make of this? Huh? It's nothing local. No similar.
Oh, right, so symbol has been going about. Oh,
I didn't
crap.
know if the Coast Guard would know if perhaps it was associated with any pirate organizations.
It's a bunny.
What?
I have no idea what this thing is talking about. Right. So, what was I saying? I was okay. What it does, it sort of plays mind tricks on you. It makes the person believe. There. Crap, stuck. Right. Yeah, it just makes it like, you know, it's like when you're trying to find your car keys and it doesn't matter how much you look, your sort of eyes just go completely over it. It's sort of along the same lines as that. You know, it's like it just slips over without letting you recognize that, you know, there's something there. I went around this way because by now the cop is back there, and after being shot at out there, I don't think I want to be spotted again. So obviously I could have gone a bit better. I kind of wish now I didn't just try sneaking past thing. In real life, it would have actually worked out fine if I used obfuscate. Anyway, jump down. Hi, and I managed to successfully do the Elizabeth Dane. Woohoo! Shame I can't talk to her.
You might save me,
Oh.
but I can't look at you. To think anyone could be so compassionate, so heartless.
Thing. I think what this is all about is that there was originally one of the thin-blooded here who kind of was very gullible, which, you know, he couldn't believe anything anyone told him. So after selling him, I think it was a couple of bags of unicorn blood, because that's what you apparently need to become human, according to me. I also sold him some bubble gum, which apparently filed down your teeth, a vampire's teeth. I sold him a holy stake, which you needed then to kill the head vampire, which makes us all human. There's some basis in that, from what I recall. Thing, if you're someone who does in Diablo, Penades is how you pronounce it. Sort of like you can vampires can feed off other vampires and even consume their soul. And which is really a big no-no because you're consuming someone's soul, or even a vampire's soul. Once you've done one of the things back then for Golconda, which is sort of one of the things you might be able to become human, is if you do something like kill your sire, their sire, and their sire. And yeah, I told him to go after the President of the United States to try and kill him because he's a vampire. Whoopsie. I'm not the poisonous weed. Oh, I was hoping.
You might save me, but I can't look.
Okay, you'll go down that dark road. You already stepped on it, and I'm gone. Oh, I was hoping I could have gave her stuff. Oh well. Alright, I do need to start sorting out blood because I'm very low on it now. When you're ready. Alright, was there anything else I need to do in this area? I can't do that yet because I haven't gone to the museum. That doesn't happen. I can't do anything about that now until I get to Hollywood, if I remember right. And I didn't really go to the Skyline 2A apartment, so I can't go and get some extra cash from Arthur Kilpatrick. Oh well, one of those things. Alright, let's find a prostitute. I just got with that because it's one of the easier ways of trying to get blood in this game, so if I talk to her.
Looking for a date?
How much would my purse be lightened?
For a hot one like yourself, my price is 40 to shake the earth.
20 is ringing in my ears.
Well, for you only. Don't go telling any of her friends about this. The girl's gotta make a living and all. Let's go somewhere more intimate. You lead the way.
Now, this is the kind of thing because, I mean, obviously, I think this game came out back in about very early noughties, like 2000, 2001. I would have just started secondary school then. So the idea, so I don't know how much it is, but apparently she's offered $20 to accepted that in order to go off and do some nefarious things with a guy that, I don't know if you better see him in the background there. Looks like a bug exterminator, complete with the mask and sunglasses. That's a very she's not worried the slightest about something bad happening to her. Right.
Okay, honey. Let's see what you got.
Shag him in the car, I think, with relish and mustard. That's, all I can say is I must really be covered up there, judging from those nipples. Anyway, let's keep her alive. Though I'm not going to spend any more money on these prostitutes. Oh, that's going to be handy for later on, I remember. Alright. Head back to the cab now, and off we go to... Oh, actually. I'm just going to borrow you a second. That's one of those things that comes down to blood quality. Oh, apparently crap, don't tell me I've got the police going to come after me now. Yes. Oh. Crap, I'm not really doing that much good when it comes to the police nowadays, aren't I? Alright. Okay, let's just hide down here a sec. Alright, and what I'm going to do, guys, is... Because I'm going to wait now until the police go, I'm not going to let you guys suffer through this, so... You can come back and join me once they've given up the hunt, okay? So... See you in a minute, or in a second, I guess, for you guys. Okay, and we're back. They've just given up the chase, so let's get going. As obviously it's so difficult. So, hello. Yes, you were tracking me down earlier. Hi. Put your gun away, man. You scare the people. Alright.
Where to?
Get this big yellow beetle scuttling towards my destiny. Alright, let's go downtown. If anyone is just curious, because you know I do have a few knowledge about the World of Darkness, even though it's more the new world than the old world. You may wonder a little bit. Oh, hang on. That is Heather. Now you may or may not remember in one of the last early episodes, we were in the hospital and we bumped into that girl that was, in pain on the floor, and in order to try and save her life, essentially, I gave her some of my own blood and made her into my own ghoul. So I remember now she's just repaired. She doesn't look like the typical Heather, because the Heather you normally see in the game is like, if I remember right, it's got short orange hair and that. But I came across this mod on, well, when I was found the one about the eye replaced one, I thought I'll give it a go. So she's basically being replaced with another model, which is another character you see in the game. But so she dresses up a little bit more sluttier, I suppose you could say, or a little bit sexier is a bit nicer way to put it, I guess. But hey, I'm not complaining. So, hello.
Hey, I know this might seem creepy and all, but please don't blow me off, okay? Someone told me I could find you here. I mean, I've been looking all over for you since that night. Because I just wanted to... I'm in your debt. I want to help you. I owe you my life, and I feel like I need to repay you. I almost forgot. I'm Heather. Heather Poe. I'm not weirding you out or anything, am I?
Right. Sorry, excuse me. Sorry, but no, it's a bit bunged up because of the hay fever I suffered from today. But, yeah. The reason why she feels drawn to me is because, as I said, I fed her some of my blood in order to make her into a ghoul. It saved her life. But vampiric blood is not only addictive, in that it really is mystically addictive, because it's supposed to be a way to bond people to you to make them less likely to betray you, to an extent. But also, if you feed it to a human, it makes them into a ghoul. No, sorry, not that bit. But also, the people who drink your blood, or you drink their blood, the vampire's blood, gives you the risk of entering I believe the proper word is a fulculum. I can't pronounce the word. It basically means you become like bound to them. That all of a sudden, the more you drink, you have 3 levels, and as you go up the levels, you start feeling more I suppose, in love with the person, and that's how she started to feel. That's why she's saying about how she wants to help me in that. Right. I do not see death over you anymore.
Only because of you. What you did for me. Here, I got you this. I thought you might be able to use it. It can be useful to you. I'd do anything. Just tell me you'll let me help you. Let me stay with you. Make me feel this way.
Alright, so I got a silver ring. Okay. Now, how can I put it? This is one of those things where I'm going to have to think about, well, because I'm trying to do this as if I'm doing it in the situation. So the thing is that obviously I fed her the blood. I'm responsible for the fact that she's now wants to be around. Now, the problem is, of course, is that I could just tell her, right, you shouldn't. I should have let her go. I shouldn't have. You don't want anything to do with this. But in a way, personally, I would feel responsible because, after all, even though I saved her life, and so therefore, in a way, it's because of me now that she's going to be drawn into the world of darkness, into the supernatural world, and she's going to be fixing to get this blood. So I suppose I might be a better person than someone else. So I suppose I'm going to think, but I'm just going to go with, because unfortunately I can't go for any non-crazy options. So I don't want to say, I always wanted a pet, something to cradle before I sleep. There's no, actually, laughing is saying welcome. No, I'll go with the first one. I always wanted a pet, something to cradle before I sleep.
Really? I promise you won't regret it. Promise. I'll get you money, I'll get you things, everything. I want to be...
Oh, there goes the noise now. Alright. Good. Go to our home, but no one can know about you, my pet.
I know where you live. I'll get there first. I'll wait for you at your place. And when you do come back, I'll take care of whatever you want. I'd do anything for you.
Ah. Alright. You heard the rattle. If you want to stick your hand in the hole, be my guest. Alright, so I now got basically a servant. I say it's not going to be the most ethical thing, because obviously, I just basically made this woman now bloodbound to me and all. Oh, hang on, I need to go to the LaCroix Towers, don't I? That's this building. Oops. I like the fact that she said, by the way, yeah, I know where you live. I already checked there first, and it's like, creepy. How did you even know about me? I suppose, on the other hand, that haven at the moment is literally across the road from the hospital. So it's not like I had to go far, I guess. Anyway, let's talk to the big guy.
Chief, you back to see Mr. LaCroix again?
He is impatient for me.
Yeah, he told me to send you up as soon as you came in. Lots of people here to see Mr. LaCroix. Nice guy. He seems a little different, though. You wonder if he's... that's his business.
My feet's beefy scarecrow. He's a big guy and he's supposed to try and drive people away, so I suppose, yeah, beefy scarecrow works. Alright. Let's go up to the penthouse. Yeah, this is what, if you haven't seen me before, that's what a guy looks like.
I need to for now.
Alright, just our side fic, a little bit of interest for you. You may have noticed the guy, the scary looking guy in the tuxedo waiter suit, and Strauss we already met. Those two are normal NPCs. They're the characters already in the game. The two on the right, like the one in the long black skirt and all that, they're actually other character models. If I picked one of the other clans, such as the Tremere, I believe the woman came from, and I think the other guy came from either the Ventru or the Toreadors. So yeah, they're just character models which you could have played as if you pick one of them instead.
I don't have time for a monologue. Give me the bullet points of what you saw.
The decks were washed with the blood of seamen.
And the Ankaran sarcophagus. What did you see?
Bloody hands crept out from within and made wonderful patterns all over.
Opened? That's not jump to conclusions. Give me the manifest in your notes. I'll sort this mess later. You might have noticed when you came in the parade of malingering mollycoddles filing out.
Oh yes, I wondered about them all the time.
Those were the Primogen, this city's clan elders. A worrisome bunch devoted first and foremost to the security of their own skin. Which is why they were here. It seems Alistair Grout, the Malkavian Primogen, has either forgotten how to answer his phone, or is missing. Each minor problem like a grain of sand. Each night I inherit the desert. The Sabbat's appearance has put the Primogen on edge. Grout's mansion is in the Hollywood Hills. I need you to pry Grout out of whatever crack he's crawled into, and have him contact us.
So yes, just in case you didn't get that, the Primogen are sort of like the vampire council in a way. They're normally the eldest ones of a particular clan in the whole sort of city thing, and so it may or may not be the case that, for example, LaCroix here would technically be the Ventru Primogen as well. But no, I don't quite get, because as I said, I'm pretty sure that one of the counter models that came out was a Tremere one. So unless they pretended that she was going to be one of the other clans. But anyway, I'm thinking too much. Send in the ghouls. My blood is too valuable to waste.
Every problem that's brought to me has to be dealt with. It's the seemingly insignificant, time-consuming trivialities that plague my night. Which is why, when I assign you a simple task, I only want to hear unbridled vehemence on your part. Understood?
So I could tell them they could piss off, basically. So I'm going to... What prizes do I win for this?
My thanks. And that goes a long way in this city.
Where does my body go? I'm going to have to do it anyway,
About
so...
Grout. As I said, Grout is the Malkavian Primogen. His behavior and home are eccentric, to say the least. He's developed a paranoid bent lately, so you may have to check under every bed in the place for him.
I wonder something first.
I suppose I can spare a few seconds.
Walk away until my return. But yeah, he, well, what was I going to say? Yeah, you could have the option to try and tell him, like, no. Which is funny, because if I remember right, what happens is he will dominate your mind. And dominate is basically when you see the things like hypnotizing them or forcing them to do your will. And he kind of does that, if I remember right. So in a way, it doesn't matter what you pick, you would have to do it anyway, because it's one of the main story quests. What was I doing first? I think I hit the 30-minute mark, but I'm going to quickly do something just so I can get it and done with. Is, if I can go back to the Skyline Apartments, I want to go and speak to this guy in Apartment 2A in order to find out, and then go back to Arthur Kilpatrick, get some extra cash, and then I can focus on going to Hollywood. So yeah, you might get a couple of minutes extra, so yeah, I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I'm hoping it's a good thing for you guys, because obviously you've managed to watch this far of the episodes. You must have managed to get here, so... Right. I don't remember why I killed that guy here, didn't I? Yeah, that explains all the bloodstains. Okay, let's see. Apartment 2, if I'm right. Okay, number 1. Infinitely a lot better than the ones you end up going through on Mass Effect. Oh, 5. Okay, that's Bloodbath. And I got 10 points actually. Let's Heart attack, less effect. Let's get that. Alright, so this was the one I was supposed to try and come to before. Oh, hang on.
Mr. Milton, you know who this is, and I do hope you realize that we're still on for tonight. Meet me at the agreed upon location across from the bar by the underpass. Bring your associate, Mr. Durbin, as it is a two-man job that I am proposing. With any luck, the two of you are already on your way, and I shall see you soon. Goodbye.
Oh, okay. Across the street from a bar. So, in other words, we're going back to the last round. Thankfully, they don't make it that difficult for this game by telling there's not that many places it could be. So I'll tell you what, I'll keep it going a bit longer. We're gonna quickly sort it out. So we'll rather start the next episode of Fresh with going off to Hollywood, where among other things includes one of my favourite funny bits that I've seen in this game before. Don't worry, you may or may not heard of it. If you've ever seen anyone else's vampire, Malkavian Let's Play, you'll know what I'm talking about in a sec. What the? Random telly? Just move that out of the way. Don't want people to hurt themselves on it. Because that happens. Right, definitely going the right way. One thing I should be seeing less of now as we're walking along the street is the CB Center for Disease Control, CDC is it in America? I don't know what the British one is, I only know the American one because of all the TV shows. But you sometimes see, because there was the whole thing with the plague bearers, yeah, it meant that they were around, but now they seem to have disappeared. Thankfully, none of them. I must have done a good job with the plague bearers. Right, popping over here. Okay, so if I remember right, this is the bar in question. So it's just a case of, what the hell was that? Did anyone just see someone like zoom across just now? Alright, we're going to pop in here because I believe this is where we need to go. It's in the place opposite the bar, so I'm presuming it. I haven't been in here before, so... Ooh, nice!
Did you see it?
The dangling headless horror?
He done tore him up, right in two, ripped him apart like a rag doll.
Was it the shadow-cloaked killer?
These two guys, the dead guy and the other, they showed up. I've been living here, so I hid. I thought maybe they was owners or cops come to clean the place out.
Who was the homeboy, the headless one?
The dead feller called him Muddy.
Tell me the dirty deeds of Muddy and his headless henchman.
They was waiting on someone. They were going to do some kind of job, they were saying. But the person they was meeting when he was late. So the one guy leaves to find the phone and call him, and the dead guy stayed. Well, that's when the killer, that's when he showed up.
Ah, the shadow-cloaked killer stepped from his dark domain.
1 second he wasn't there, and then he was. Like out of the shadows he come up. Scared the shit out of the dead guy. I'd like to scream, but I couldn't breathe.
What did the shadows name reveal?
Oh, that killer, he grew these claws. I swear it, I saw it. The dead guy went white, like he seen a devil, and then the killer grabbed him round the neck and lifted him up and started cursing at the guy.
What words was Dark Devil?
Oh, I couldn't hear too good. Something about revenge for what he did or what they did. The killer made sure the dead guy knew who he was and then ripped him open. Just tore him apart. He did it real slow, made the guy scream.
This story will place you in a padded cell. Silence if you love your freedom.
Okay, I will. I don't want to never think about that again.
Oh. So yeah, we got Masquerade Redemption and all that. What the? I don't remember there being like these rope things around. I suppose it don't make any difference for me, do they? No, it's not like I can... I'm supposed to be able to try at least try and climb up there, maybe? Oh, crap. Okay, I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, vampires and fire don't go well together. Whoops. Okay, so we've got the Lucky Star Hotel. The fact that the guy grew claws suggests to me a vampire. I mean, there's only one werewolf in the entire game, so it can't be that. Alright, let's not go over the giant ball of fire now, shall we? Or shall I mean? Right. That's going to take a little while unless I find somewhere to feed up again. Oh, excuse me a sec. Alright guys, sorry about that, I had to answer the phone quick. Alright, sorry, I just want to do all these quickly so I can... Actually... outskirts of town... Oh, can I not go to Hollywood yet? I'll have a quick look. Otherwise, I have a feeling I might. It's been a little while. I can't remember because one of the sort of hubs that you can access is Hollywood. There's a whole bunch of things you can do there and stuff. But I can't remember whether or not I have to go there first before I can do this next thing for Grout, or I have to actually do it all while or get the taxi and it takes me straight there. I'm just gonna have a quick look and see.
Need a ride?
Like father and child or wide while you drive. Alright, so we go to Grout's mansion. Okay, so I got the end of the episode here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and as I said, if you could take a second just to let me know in the comments or on the discussion page of the channel about how you've seen the channel so far and whether or not you feel there's any way I can improve it maybe, then by all means I would be appreciated. Otherwise, thank you for watching, guys, and shall see you next time. Bye for now.